Hey guys, do you know what archetypes are and how to identify them? In this video I'm going to explain how archetypes can be identified as neural networks. Now this is new, so stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to another Mastermind Content Masterclass, and in this video I'm going to briefly discuss the neuroscience of transforming your life and how neuroscience, how neural networks relate to the psychological concept of archetypes. So in my previous videos I explained that archetypes are basically parts of your character. They're parts of your personality that perform specific functions, and they can be identified by set patterns of thoughts, actions, emotions, desires and motivations. Now these patterns are all laid out in the archetypes tool here at Mastermind Content, and as you can see from this image, all the words you can see listed there are what I call qualities, or what you could describe as attributes that are accessible to human nature. But the point to remember is that all these qualities are pieces of information. Information is carried by energy, and the psychobiological system is essentially comprised of energy, electrical charges and neurochemicals. So as you know, information is absorbed from the environment through the five senses. What we see, hear, touch, smell and taste is then decoded, processed and stored as memory. All those things require information. So your life is basically recorded snippets of experiences that you have, which are then stored in neurons as memory. And these neurons communicate the information via synapses. And it's these synapses which create neural networks. So each synapse has a different piece of information and it gets fed around different parts of the brain. So essentially, neural networks enable parts of the brain to communicate with each other by exchanging information. So if you think about it, these bits of information inform you how you think, feel and behave. They're like a flick switch for emotions, motivations and desires. Thoughts, emotions and actions are how you create your experience of reality. So neural networks communicate information which is a stored memory from the past. Memories are recorded of your emotional response to a situation you experienced also. And all those memories from your past are programs that determine how you respond to a situation in your present environment, from the past to the present. So if you like something, for example, then you move towards it and you're likely to enjoy it again. If you don't like something, then you leave it alone and move away from it. However, problems arise when memories from the past are formed as coping strategies, because coping strategies when we were children don't always work when we're adults. So how do we create coping strategies? Well, studies show that when a child is made to feel bad, inadequate, or unworthy, or unloved, or ashamed, or humiliated, they develop coping strategies so that they feel or are seen to be good, worthy, competent, lovable, etc. Now, because these negative emotions, when we're made to feel bad, are experienced as pain, then they are stored as a memory with pain, or they are stored as a memory of pain. So as children, we develop coping strategies to make us feel better, essentially, so that we avoid pain. Now those behaviours or attitudes become habitual ways of being as adults. They are learned behaviours, and we do them for the rest of our lives because our memories tell us to. The only time we stop doing them is when we change the program, when we change the memory by learning a different habit or adding different information to an existing habit that makes us do it slightly differently. So, for example, we learn not to speak up for ourselves because we were told you're selfish, or children should be seen and not heard. So we don't get to express what we actually desire or what we need. We learn to be kind and friendly by doing things for other people because we want to be loved, we want to be liked, we want to be respected. We learn to defend ourselves by arguing or denying what somebody says because we don't want to admit that we are wrong, weak, or useless. We learn how to protect our emotional well-being by avoiding situations that make us feel uncomfortable, because that feeling of anxiety or shame or guilt makes us feel uncomfortable. And we learn to seek out sources when we feel stressed. I mean, how often do you move towards something that, a comfort food or alcohol or smoking, when you feel stressed more than you do ordinarily? In other words, what we are learning, these learned behaviours, are unhealthy, negative and destructive. We basically learn how to self-sabotage what we desire or what we need because we don't know what else to do. So how many times have you shied away from asking somebody out because you felt uncomfortable? How many times have you not applied for a job because you thought, I'm not going to get it? How many times have you done something for the people and then regretted it because you didn't do something for yourself? Why do we keep doing these things to ourselves? It's because your brain wants to protect you from emotional discomfort. It wants to protect you from that pain of rejection, of shame, of feeling unloved, of failure, of humiliation. We self-sabotage because we think that's protecting our emotional structure. It's not true. But because the brain only processes memory, we move away from things that only may cause us pain because it has caused pain in the past. We move away from things that cause us pain and towards sources of comfort, joy and pleasure. So whatever provided you comfort in the past, the brain believes will provide you comfort in the present. Well, that's not always the case. The brain is just prompting you to protect yourself from the pain and suffering that you felt when you were made to feel bad or unworthy or humiliated, ashamed and rejected. Now it does this because childhood memories subconsciously processed by the brain say you're not good enough, you're not worthy, nobody likes you, and whatever other limiting beliefs you have rattling around in your head. Now, when part of your brain senses fear or a threat that might cause you to feel pain, the limbic system triggers the fight, flight or freeze response. As you probably know, is the stress response. We hear about this all the time. Well, that means that information that you have stored as memory makes you respond defensively. It makes you avoid a situation. It makes you commit self-sabotage so that you don't feel ashamed, humiliated and rejected. It is the memories that harbour pain and fear that prevent you from moving forwards towards the things that you desire. Especially when in reality the things that you desire are the things that will probably bring you the comfort, joy, pleasure and satisfaction, the fulfillment in life. So ask yourself this: how many memories do you have that are stored limiting beliefs? How many memories are holding you back? The respected neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux sums the brain's memory storage mechanism quite nicely in his book The Synaptic Self, and Ledoux writes, "The brain that does the remembering is not the brain that formed the initial memory. In order for the old memory to make sense in the current brain, the memory has to be updated." So, is it time to update your memories? You can do that by understanding archetypes, identify how they are causing problems in your life, and finding the solutions that help you to transform your life and fulfill your potential. Don't forget that the qualities each of these archetypes provide you are information that is then communicated between parts of your brain. Information that enables you to make the right decisions and perform appropriate actions. Actions that get you one step closer to fulfilling your potential, for making your ideas and your desires to become a reality. The information that the archetypes provide you enables you to become the best version of yourself. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there, but if you like this video then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Mastermind Content channel. If you want to know more about how to transform energy and there's consciousness, which we'll learn about, keep an eye out for the 5th and final video in this series. I'm Richard O'Leary and I can show you how to master mind content. And if you want to know even more about how to use archetypes, then why not join me for weekly meetups on Zoom? For just £45 a month, you can get access to the archetypes tool together with additional mindset tools for each archetype, plus an overview of the archetype sent directly to your inbox, plus insightful content each week that can help you reach self-awareness and transform your life. But the biggest benefit is the weekly meetups, which give you the opportunity to share your experiences and wisdom. You can tell us what you learned so that the rest of the group learn as well, because your knowledge can help others and the knowledge of other people can help you. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So my goal is for us to share these stories and experience, to discuss what we learn and provide advice for everyone who asks for it. So don't be shy to share a challenge if you're facing one, because there'll be somebody in the group that can offer advice that helps you get over that hurdle. Because look, together we're stronger, and with a community that is dedicated to personal growth, success and transformation, I believe more of us will grow faster and easier. So sign up today by clicking the link in the description and head over to the Mastermind Content website. Alternatively, send me a DM to arrange a free 30-minute discovery which will leave you feeling energized and optimistic. I look forward to seeing you soon. I'm Richard O'Leary and this is Mastermind Content. Bye-bye.